Why are you trying to take the rap for Sid?
Just this once. Let me be the one that saves you.
I said I was driving the car that killed Morgan Braithwaite. That's not true.
So who was the driver?
My brother.
Do you fancy a picnic tomorrow? Why, you need a break, I need a break. We combine breaks and spend the savings on deli food.
Maxwell, wasn't it last week that I said no to us, and didn't you swear no contact outside work?
Yeah, well, that was the heat of the moment. And anyway, that was all about Daniel. So, we won't hang out at your place or flaunt ourselves at the IV. But me, stay away from you, well, there's much chance of that as the sun not rising. So, picnic, what time?
I'm not going on a picnic with you now. Go away, I'm busy.
Well, I'm free from 1 tomorrow afternoon. Pack your togs.
Maxwell, no. N-O. 9. Net. No.
Not? Okay, what about if I toss you for it?
Out!
Okay. What, the weather's supposed to be clear as a bell?
Get out!
Tails, by the way.
When he was a baby, my mum told me I had the most important job in the world. To protect my little brother.
I understand that, but
My dad, on the other hand, thought the way to go was to make us compete. At everything. Man up. Think on your feet, fight the world. Win and you got a sip of beer, lose, and in his eyes at least all you got was contempt.
It must have been awful.
I could handle it. But Sean couldn't. I tried to toughen him up. But in the end I wanted to be Dad's little winner. I couldn't stand to lose at anything, especially at money. Now when you've won, son, he'd say. When you're holding more money than the next bloke.
That's why you're always scheming.
Sean couldn't keep up. Couldn't see the difference between making an effort to get what he wanted and simply taking it.
Right.
But every time I won, every time I could see through his anger, see through the... Well, that he still looked up to me. Still wanted to be me. And now the thought of him in that cell. He won't be able to take long term, Sophie. It'll break him.
Come on. Let's go to bed. We'll deal with the rest of this in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute.
Fine. Have your filthy cigarette. Brush your teeth afterwards. I love you, Karen.
I need batteries. Top drawer. Hey, pop quiz. Significantly raised ST elevation?
Any chance you could cover for me for a few hours this afternoon? There's a one-day-only shoe sale, 9 to 4 Italian imports.
You're asking favours from me?
Well, you never seem in any hurry to go home these days, and I thought if you were hanging around here anyway...
Actually, I'm busy this afternoon. You'll have to catch the sale on your lunch break. Well?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just after a referral.
Very obvious ST elevation. Like I wouldn't spot that. You should get that guy admitted, pronto.
Yeah, I was playing up again.
Who did you want referred?
Only Norris. 6 months post-hip replacement, still having issues at home.
Okay, send him through.
You're not driving like that, are you?
I'm walking.
You're taking methylprednisone?
Yes.
You can't expect me to suddenly stop caring, I suppose.
So what happened?
Sid's been arrested.
So he did it. He killed Morgan.
Yes. I tried to take the rap for him to protect him, because I know he's not up to jail time. But something happened last night which meant I couldn't go on, hence the arrest.
Kieran, I haven't slept a wink. At the wedding, you looked so guilty, and I just need you to tell me, did you or did you not kill Morgan?
I did not kill Morgan.
Then what was all that stuff at the stag night? You were going on about having done something so terrible that you couldn't let yourself marry Sophie.
Sid told me that day that he killed Morgan. And I didn't turn him in. I agreed to cover for him, to let Rachel go on suffering for something she hadn't done. He's my brother, Gerald. It doesn't come easy to let the police take away somebody you've been protecting all your life.
No, I don't suppose it does.
No. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I need to get this lot sorted out.
Sure. I'll see you later.
Sure.
Well, Kieran feels like he let Sid down during their childhood, especially because their dad was such a horrible person, and now Kieran's carrying this burden of guilt about it. He's always protected Sid, and he's terrified about how Sid's going to cope in jail.
And you swallowed that.
Hunter?
It's okay. I believed Kieran because he was telling the truth. If he made a mistake on our wedding day, it was for the right reasons. He was protecting his brother, and I know that he would do the same for me, which is something that you should be happy about.
Sophie, he's conned you yet again. Let's say he didn't run Morgan down, and I'm not convinced of that. How long has he known who did?
Hey, Hunter, leave.
Plus, how could he just stand by and watch Rachel take the flak? He just stood there while Nicole attacked her.
But he didn't know then. If he did, then he would have stopped it.
And you know that for sure, do you?
Hunter, that's enough.
And why would he pay for Morgan's wake? They weren't that close. He didn't care about her. What other reason but guilt would have made a money-hungry guy like him fork out for that?
He is the most caring person I know.
Oh, he cares all right. About himself and his own interests, and he'll do and say whatever it takes to keep what he's got and get more. Sid may be a dangerous idiot, but his brother is a cold-hearted creep.
Morning. You look a lot happier.
A girl still died, but I didn't do it. For that, I'm glad.
You know they've arrested Sid Mitchell.
Callum told me, and then the police called.
You must want to wring that blighter's neck.
I'm still taking it all in, to be honest. Is Libby free?
Go on up.
Thanks.
Oh, and I meant to say, even though I thought the worst of you, I'm glad that it's worked out this way. I thought that the way that you were prepared to accept your punishment was honourable.
I would have hated me too. But thank you, Yvonne.
Brooke, I need someone to do a house call. That chap with the raised ST isn't answering his telephone.
Sorry, I'm busy.
I can't do it. It's the MS. My eyes are playing up.
Hence the pop quiz before.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll cover your work.
What suburb?
Titirangi Beach.
It's an hour each way. Plus the time it'd take to see the guy. Call an ambulance if you're worried.
Hey, do you remember to bring your dogs, or am I picking you up from your place?
I need a favour.
Shoot.
My eyes are a bit wonky today. I can't drive, and I need to go and check on a patient out at Titirangi Beach.
Sarah, if you want to accept my picnic invitation, you just have to say yes.
I'm not accepting your invitation. I just need a lift.
Oh, so this patient, we'll call him Mr. Smith, shall we?
Baxter.
Okay, this Mr. Baxter, why, he can't get to a phone and texts and emails not getting through?
No, to all of the above, so can you give me a lift or not?
Just say it. Yes, Maxwell, I would love to go to the beach with you.
This is serious. It's an MI. He needs to come in.
Okay, then, well, we'll pick your dogs up on the way.
Oh.
Kieran, why did you pay for Morgan's wake?
Why are you asking me that?
Just answer the question.
I liked her in Iodo, you know I did.
What for?
For what my brother tried to do to her, for spiking her drink to get his way. She could have caused all sorts of trouble for him, and she didn't. I'll never forget that.
And before the wedding, you were so moody. That was because of your dad, right?
Yeah, that and me wondering whether I was worthy of you.
So when did Sid tell you about Morgan, that he was the driver?
The stag night.
And not before? I mean, all those times you were so upset and smoking heavily.
Sophie, what is this? Do you think I've told you a pack of lies?
No, but other people do. I need answers, details.
The groom's not meant to see the bride the morning of the wedding, right? But I came over anyway. To cool the whole thing off. Sean had just dropped his bombshell, and I thought, how can I marry you with all this hanging over us?
Well, why didn't you call it off?
Because I saw you standing there, look so beautiful. So happy. I loved you so much I couldn't.
Well, then when you found out about Sid, Sean, why didn't you call the police? I mean, he killed someone. They let you go.
I've been remanded on bail.
Did you plead guilty?
I told them everything. I could use a beer, some food, and a shower in that order.
Not anything from me, not anymore.
Come on.
No. I've done all I can for your love, which I regret. But now I have to think about Sophie and Morgan's friends. I want you out.
I grab my stuff, find a motel. Look, I know you hate me, and for good reason. But will you do me one thing? Look after my brother. Don't let this crowd round here take my sins out on him, yeah?
I heard the good news. Congratulations.
You want me to say thank you? Where were you when I needed you?
It's not that I didn't care, Rachel, but what could I do? I'm not in Callum's position. I couldn't take you in.
Oh, of course not. You had to show how loyal you were to Gabrielle, even if it meant leaving me to rot.
I never would have done that if things had got desperate.
They were desperate. I was desperate. I thought what we had meant something, even if we were with other people. More fool me.
You're not being fair. I never stopped worrying about you.
But you did nothing. When a man I barely knew, a man I put through the mill on a daily basis, stood up for me to the bitter end, even against his own family. You're not the person you think you are, Chris.
We should hit the beach before you see your patient.
Ah, so you believe he's real now, do you?
Yes, a real excuse to spend time with me. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
No, you shouldn't. Liz! Liz, it's Dr. Sarah Parks from Shortland Street.
For sure.
Oh, well done, Sherlock. How did you work that one out? Liz, it's Sarah Potts.
Ah, he's gone fishing. See?
Well, I guess we could pop down to the beach and see if he's there.
Ah, what a day, eh? Almost as beautiful as your smile.
Oh, you're so cheesy.
Hey, if there's no one down there, we can skinny dip.
The more I think about it, the worse I feel. I ruined Sophie's wedding for nothing.
Maybe. Look, I know Sid confessed, but the way Kieran's been acting, even this morning...
He'll just be feeling sick about the money. I mean, everything was non-refundable. The reception, the cars, the cake, the dress, even the honeymoon. No one would have thought to cancel any of it.
I'm sorry, but I'm just struggling to believe that Kieran would have thrown all that away just to protect Sid.
If I'd waited a couple of hours, he wouldn't have had to.
I mean, he adores Sophie. It doesn't make sense.
Looks like I'm just going to have to pay for another wedding. I'll
Wait.
take it out, mate.
You know when you confronted Kieran with that speed camera photo, do you remember his face? That was not surprise, that was guilt, pure and simple.
So you think Kieran knew about the accident before I busted up the wedding?
Guys, can we please just leave this? The police are handling the investigation.
Well, according to Kieran, Sid told him the night of the stag party, but I think he's known longer. It's just the way he's been acting.
Moody? Quiet? Guilty? I mean, even Sophie was worried. Sid, he's been a box of birds. What does that suggest?
Back to work for me. See you guys later.
I'm going over to the bar.
To do what?
Well, I think Kieran's been lying to me. I have to know one way or the other.
Well, I'm coming with you.
I'm sorry. Did I do good?
You did perfect, thank you. I should do this more often. Instead of just glimpsing the ocean from the motorway when I'm stuck in traffic.
Aren't you glad I made you stop and sniff the roses? Or in this case, the rotting seaweed and all that sunscreen you put on.
Sea air, wonderful. Hey, even my eyesight's improved. How about that?
Pity Sun Sea can't cure our teenage boy problem.
Why would you want to hang out with a sick, boring workaholic like me anyway?
Oh, you're funny, clever, sexy, not at all boring. Did I mention the sex?
It's all you think about.
You're all I think about. Maybe we should go, see your guy.
Was it something I said?
Well, what we start, we'll want to finish. Daniel will find out for sure, split the dummy, you'll be unhappy, and that's exactly what I don't want. So come on. We'll see if your so-called patient actually exists.
Liz, you home?
Leave a note, eh?
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to.
Oh, bastard.
Pop round the back and see if there's a bush or something.
Sarah?
Yeah?
Sarah? Liz. I wasn't fishing.
Kieran? He doesn't believe your story, and neither do I.
Haven't you caused enough trouble?
What you said before, there was something missing.
Like the truth. Like the fact everything you've done since Morgan died was motivated by guilt. I'm sorry, Sophie, but I still think he did it.
If you could just, I don't know, explain it so that it all makes sense, so that I know that you couldn't have done it.
He couldn't have done it. Because it's not in him. Not anymore. Used to be he'd spend every waking moment working out some self-serving scam. Now he spends every waking moment wondering how to make the world a better place for Sophie. That's who Kieran is now.
Fine words, but I'm still not convinced.
Look at me. Look at who I am. I've brought nothing but pain, misery and trouble to people around here. I blackmailed my own brother, dealt in drugs, tried to scam your boss. If it wasn't for me, one of the sweetest, nicest girls I've ever met would still be alive. I'd do anything to go back and change that night. I'd change places with her if I could. So you go on believing what you want. I'm the one that deserves the hate, not him.
Where are you going?
Motel in town, then the court case, and then jail.
I'm going to be there when he's tried in court. I need to tell him that.
Satisfied?
Yeah, we are. Come on.
I should have gone with Les.
I don't think so.
There's no next of kin. Who's going to look out for him?
Big softy. He'll be well taken care of.
I just can't help thinking if only I'd gotten here sooner.
He'll still be dead. He's been dead for hours.
Even so.
Sarah, Les woke up this morning, looked outside and saw what a beautiful day it was. Had a cuppa, went to the toilet before a day at the beach surf casting. All of a sudden, lights out. He's dying on a hospital bed.
I suppose.
And it's a very nice day. How about we have a drink for Les down at the pub on the way home?
Oh, I can't drink, not alcohol anyway. I'm symptomatic.
Well, more fizzy water for you then.
My MS doesn't bother you? You don't wake up wondering what today's symptoms are going to be?
Well, you tell me if you needed to.
This is a list of all the contacts I meet in Bangkok and Phnom Penh. First guy will sort you out with the passport, but keep it strictly business with him. He's got zero sense of humour.
Check.
The second guy will find you a place to stay, and he knows which cops to bribe. Send him my best. Oh, and he will try and sleep with you. But be polite when you knock him back. He's a sweet guy.
Polite. Got it.
The last guy. If anything does go pear-shaped, contact him in Myanmar. He's honest and he owes me one.
Sweet.
My emergency escape fund. Just under £6,000. And last but not least, the return of Sean Mitchell.
Good, I'm glad. Sid was a pain.
Right, let's get going.
What I said in there was all true.
Yeah, look, it's not going to take the cops long to realise you've flown out under a different name. So Sean has to die in Thailand, okay? Think up a new name during the flight, and as soon as you clear customs, dump that passport.
Check. Sven.
What?
My new name, maybe. I thought I might head down to Koh Phangan for the full moon party.
Yeah, whatever, just make sure you keep your head right down for at least the first 12 hours. We need the cops to think you're en route to London. I'll stall them as long as I can.
Good man.
I guess this is goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay. You saved me.
My pleasure. Be happy, Kieran.
Me too, Sean.
The travel agency will do us a deal if we reconfirm the package Dad gave us. But I'll need to give them a date, so when are we going to get married?
Whenever you like.
Well, we still have the cake. I'm glad that we went with traditional fruit. It lasts for like ever. We'll make it a small affair this time, will you? Look, I know it's hard, but Sid made his choices. There's no changing the fact that he's going to be going to jail, but we can't stop living our lives and trying to be happy. Not even he would want that.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, so let's think about setting a date for the wedding. I'll see what flights are like to Wellington. Kieran, are you flying to London?
No.
Sean Mitchell. The flight went last night. He has both passports with him. Sid's in his own.
I was going to tell you.
But not before he got away.
Sophie.
You're helping him escape. You lied to me.